In the time before memory, this land was a tapestry of silent majesty. Vast forests, ancient as the stars, whispered secrets to the wind. Mountains, carved by glaciers and time, stood as stoic sentinels against an endless sky. Rivers, like silver veins, coursed through the earth, carrying life to sprawling plains where herds of bison moved like a single, breathing entity. This was America, and touched, or realm of profound quiet and untamed beauty. The air was pure, filled with the scent of pine and damp earth, the symphony of birdsong, and the distant howl of the wolf. The original inhabitants lived in harmony with this world, their lives woven into the rhythm of the seasons. They understood the language of the rustling leaves and the flowing water. They saw divinity in the soaring eagle and strength in the steadfast bear. Their spirituality was the land itself, a living, breathing cathedral of nature. In this profound silence, a powerful, dormant energy lay sleeping, waiting for a time of great need, a time when the very soul of the land would be tested. Then, from across the great eastern water, came the awakening storm. Tall ships, with sails like ghostly wings, broke the horizon. They brought with them people of a different world, with different dreams and a different hunger. Their eyes did not see the sacredness of the land, but its potential for conquest and wealth. The clash was inevitable, a collision of worlds. The thunder of cannons shattered the ancient silence, and the smoke of conflict clouded the pristine air. Forests that had stood for millennia fell to the axe, their silent screams unheard. Rivers, once clear as crystal, ran red with the blood of natives and newcomers alike. The land itself seemed to cry out in agony as the harmony was broken. It was an age of sorrow and upheaval, a storm of fire and steel that swept across the continent, forever changing its face and its spirit. The native peoples fought with desperate courage, their spirits unyielding, but they were a river trying to hold back a tidal wave. The old ways began to fade, silenced by the roar of the storm. From the heart of this turmoil, from the very soul soaked in courage and sorrow, a new spirit began to form. It was born not of a single people, but from the crucible of their shared experience. It drew strength from the unwavering resilience of the native warriors, who fought to protect their ancestral homes with a fierceness that transcended defeat. It absorbed the unshakable determination of the pioneers, who faced unimaginable hardship with a rugged and relentless optimism. It was fed by the passionate cries for liberty, the voices of farmers, merchants, and thinkers who dared to dream of a nation founded on freedom. This emerging spirit was a complex and powerful entity. It was the spirit of the untamed wilderness, wild and independent. It was the spirit of the warrior, brave and protective. It was the spirit of the builder, innovative and enduring. Like a lion, it was majestic, powerful, and fiercely protective of its own. This spirit was not yet named, not yet recognized, but it was growing, coalescing from the chaos. A guardian taking shape in the heart of a nascent nation. The land itself seemed to remember this burgeoning spirit, nurturing it as a mother would her child. The spirit roamed the vast landscapes, its presence felt in the rustling of the prairie grass and echo of the canyons. It drew from the deep, foundational energies of the continent. The granite of the Rockies gave it strength and permanence. The Mississippi River taught it the power of a steady, unstoppable flow. The great, ancient sequoias instilled in it a sense of wisdom and longevity. The spirit learned the lessons of the land, that after every fire, new life springs forth, that the fiercest storms eventually give way to calm, that true strength lies not in aggression, but in deep-rooted endurance. The very geography of America became a reflection of this spirit. Its vastness spoke of boundless possibility. Its diversity of climates and terrain spoke of adaptability and resilience. The land was not just a backdrop, it was the cradle, the teacher, and the anchor for this Leonine spirit, a living library of strength and renewal that the spirit could draw upon, ensuring it would never be truly extinguished. Yet, as the nation grew, as cities of steel and glass reached for the sky and the roar of industry drowned out the whispers of nature, this guardian began to be forgotten. The lion spirit, born of wilderness and revolutionary fire, became a relic of a bygone era. People grew comfortable. Their connection to the raw, foundational struggles of their ancestors weakening with each passing generation. They began to look outward for their identity, to the symbols of commerce and progress, rather than inward to the spirit that had forged them. The lion was still there, pacing the spiritual boundaries of the nation, its golden eyes watching. But its presence was felt by fewer and fewer. It became a whisper in the wind, a half-remembered dream. The stories of the sacrifices, the immense courage, and the profound connection to the land that had given it birth were relegated to history books, their vital energy fading from the collective consciousness. The guardian, though ever present, became invisible, a silent protector of a people who no longer knew its name, but a spirit so powerful cannot
rivers
remain
of light
dormant
spread
forever.
across America's
As
land.
the nation faced new and complex challenges, a subtle stirring began. A weariness with the superficial, a yearning for something more authentic and profound, started to bubble up from the collective soul. People began to look away from their screens and toward the mountains. They sought solace not in consumption, but in the quietude of the forests. A light began to rise. It was the light of rediscovery, a rekindling of the old fires. Individuals started to seek out their own histories, to understand the struggles of those who came before them, not as dry facts, but as living legacies. They found strength in community, in helping their neighbors, in standing up for principles greater than themselves. This was the awakening of the forgotten spirit. It was the quiet courage of a teacher in an underfunded school, the resilience of a farmer facing a drought, the integrity of a citizen speaking truth to power. The light was not a sudden explosion, but a slow, steady dawn, spreading from heart to heart, pushing back the shadows of forgetfulness and apathy. This rise of light revealed a profound truth. The spirit of the lion was never truly gone. It is an eternal part of the American soul, woven into its very DNA. It is not a historical artifact but a living, breathing force. It resides in the heart of every American who chooses courage over fear, community over division, and integrity over convenience. This spirit is not loud or boastful. It is the quiet strength that endures hardship, the fierce loyalty that protects the vulnerable, and the noble pride that strives for a more perfect union. It is the part of us that looks at a vast, open landscape and feels not emptiness, but boundless freedom. It is the part of us that hears the call of justice and answers it without hesitation. The lion spirit is our forgotten guardian, but it is also our eternal inheritance. It reminds us that our greatest strength comes not from our weapons or our wealth, but from the intamable, resilient, and courageous spirit born from this land. To remember is to reclaim our deepest identity. To feel its power is to awaken the guardian that lies sleeping within us all.